Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship, and to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And caught, right side, Green. And now running right through it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And so Anderson loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. 3.5 to go, first quarter. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go! What? Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
First down, Kaiser. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit, because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku from 17 yards out. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Second and 10, Simeon again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. To throw is Simeon. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They give it to Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
To throw on second is Simeon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Too Tall Jones coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Simeon. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They are it's Simeon. This one complete to Smallwood. 7 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why. Try to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Green, the tight end, in motion. Back to the ground, Anderson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here's Simeon now on second down. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Out of the gun, Simeon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Green, the tight end, in motion. Now a run with Anderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. I feel like we just ran a marathon. That was a long drive. They probably wanted 6 if they're going to go that many plays.
And there were no checkpoints, no watering stations, nothing like that, right? Terrific job by the offense because not only did they possess the ball for that long, they wore down the defense. That could pay dividends later.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Kaiser now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Interception, here's Simeon. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And changes here as the D-line separates some. A first down throw for Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and and he'll go down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second down, Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now it's Simeon. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Watch the twist! Here we go!
The first down carry here for Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? He's forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Again, it's Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go! Try and 38! Try and 38! Hey, that's scared! That's scared! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. Steps away to his left. Called in by Anderson, left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Simeon now to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot! Gun! Gun! Green, 39! Now, look at 56!
They'll run. Anderson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So they'll try again with Anderson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And the Browns getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, Kaiser forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Kaiser to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Two-Tone Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And it all rides on this one play. A trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. This one complete to Smallwood. 9 yards on the pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Anderson busts through the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Simeon. Flushed out right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Let's go. Watching that, Barney.
Now it's Simeon. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Over.
Simeon. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make the play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
One last throw here for Simeon. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.